I've been warned there's something up with the emitters in this level, specifically the purple ones, and I've attempted the beginning of this mission a couple times and found out that they can be converted. You drive a lathe up to them and they become friendly emitters, so that's pretty awesome. Good spawn point will be here or here. I'm going to grab one. I'll start with the upper one, snag the energy node, Omni up the land, drive the command vessel down to the lower one, and take control of that. From there, I'm going to have two fronts to defend. We'll see how that goes. And depending on how scary these upper emitters are, I will either just drive the command vessel up there or wait until I've got a tanker to support him with a couple of ships. From there, we'll move island by island. We'll take out everything down one side and everything down the other side, and then I'll see what to do about that middle section. For tech, let us, as usual, get energy production increases for the beginning part of this map. Those mines do not look very well defended, so I'm thinking defensive struck, because that will also allow me to lathe some of those nearby scrap piles. Other than that, I'm going to save my crystals for ships. Actually, let's get move and build speed increase, and energy range increase, because I can always release these very quickly. Snagged. I'm not going to snag the scrap, I'm going to fly straight down there, because my energy mine is snagging the scrap, but I am going to deploy 3 Omnis, so they snag that land just a little bit faster. Down there, on the other hand, he's going to stick around. I got this nice little protected spot right back there. That's where I'm going to be building my ships. Omnis, don't forget the Omnis. And already we're having problems. Lots of enemies coming in, but I've got tons of cash. So use these little protected ports, get myself some defenders. A little worried about that really nasty pile coming in. Second cruiser. Here's where that build speed increase might come in handy. I'm a little loath to use the build speed increase because, especially at the beginning part of the game, that just means you're burning power faster. Or I assume that means you're burning power faster. And there's a doppel sitting just outside of range, shooting at me. See if I can move him a bit, spread the damage around. What's the upper one doing? The upper one's doing just fine. Let's get the destroyer out front. Let's keep using some of that cash. Much more worried about this lower one. That's where I'm going to do a lot of the building for now. See if we can get these guys in range to take out that doppel. Let's turn off the particle beams. Good, producing lots of cash now. You can have the wolf. Get in there. Let's bring the lasers to bear. See if they can make the difference. Oh well. Looks like I'll probably be building more ships down in that lower section than flying them across. It's just a little bit better defended. I'm gonna need something to kill that. Like a marauder. Cash is still doing great. I got 2 ships in production. I don't want to build any more in case, yeah, power does that. Can you hold this on your own? Actually, can you 2 hold this on your own? I don't know how well that defensive struck is doing, but it's probably helping up there. The answer is no. They cannot hold this on their own. Wolf's done. I really want to go up and snag those emitters up there. I just need to make sure my backfield is clear before I do it. Actually, at this point, I can probably turn those particle beams back on. Or at that stalled out portion where I'm trying to build up a war fleet before I go pushing out. Always the slowest and most irritating part of the mission. Go grab those last couple scraps. Pretty sure the HQ ship will be fine flying between. Okay, can the 2 destroyers hold this if they have Big Nose as cover? If the answer is yes, I can go get this emitter. Taking advantage of the high energy recharge to build a few more ships. Let's go get this emitter. Oh, that took a while. Longer than I would have liked. But I think at this point we can take this upper section and start pushing out to those islands. Especially, start using a few grabbers. Converted, excellent. Swap sides and take out the other one. Once I have taken out the other one, we'll grab all this loose stuff that's sitting around with the command vessel. now would be the time to test if grabbers need to be within energy range. Never seen one soaking up power, so I'm guessing no, they do not. But we'll find out in a minute. Parking one on that upper friendly emitter so he can start lobbing stuff to the other one who's parked on the nearer friendly emitter. Leave the amped up cruiser to cover him. Keep using my recharging power. And that's a second tanker up there, which I think will come in awfully handy on this mission. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of friendly particle. It's not letting me keep much on field at any given time, so it's not going to be as useful as I'd like. At this point, it's time to finish up the war fleet and start planning my assault. I think I'll assault that emitter first, because it's right there. I can almost reach out and touch him. Leave you and the wolf to cover. Get the Mark 17 in there. Construct the fleet. We're starting to burn power. Yeah, grabbers don't need to be in energy range. You heard it here first, folks. I love that move speed upgrade. It's just a quality of life improvement right there. Alright, time to push in. Get both lathes into range? I don't think so. I think that second one's just outside of range. Now it's in range. Discharger up here to cover. Emitter down. There's that
repeater cannon
over there, worrying me a little. Alright, I've got that new amp gem. You can have it. Whoops. You already had one. You can have it back in a minute. Okay, next is going to be assaulting the island. Let's get a bunch of Omnis together for that. And we'll arrange the fleet. Tanker over to here. That should do it. Tanker over to here to provide some overlap. Keeping the heavy armor forward. Amp gem a lathe so he can convert that emitter for us. Just shift the whole thing sideways. Emitter converted. Let's shift the whole thing sideways again. And then we'll come at this island from the right side so that we can snag that mire producer and the energy. All those Omnis I don't actually have a use for now looking at that island. The island really doesn't have a whole lot of terrain to land on, so between that and all of the struck around the outside, using the Omnis to assault it actually probably won't work that well. Can I make just a little more room and hit both of those? Yes, I can. And you know, while I'm at it, can I also hit this emitter? Can I get super greedy? No, I should not get super greedy. That repeater cannon's starting to be a little bit of a problem. Excellent. Let's hit this lower emitter while I'm here, while I'm in position for it. I know I abandoned that middle island. Now the reason I abandoned that middle island is I suddenly realized I could get the Omnis in there if I poked a big enough hole in that struck. But the hammer was off doing something else. So why not solve what the hammer is doing and then come back? Now at this point, I should be able to take that center island with the Omnis. And you know, I'm over here, so I might as well take this one too. But he's out of lathe range. So we Omni Storm, take that island. Center island taken. Get ready to Omni Storm that second island. And then there's a mirror image of this over on the other side. We're going to do the exact same thing. Which means I don't need to leave these guys here. Yes! Energy. Energy's so nice. I don't need to leave the entire war fleet here. I'm just going to leave one cruiser. Everybody else get over there. And once I start the Omni Storm, I'll get them ready to go. There is this Doppel coming in here who's worrying me a little bit, so let's bring Big Nose down while we set up over here. What are the others doing? Fine. Ooh, that was a close one. while I'm sitting here. Grab that. Right, friendly emitter. You're just too far away, aren't you? Let's see if there's anywhere I can get the range I need to take out those things in the middle of the island. And yes, there is. Oh, whoops. No, you weren't supposed to do that. You're supposed to stay over here. Whoops. While testing range, I accidentally clicked. You guys, I'm going to leave one of you there. The rest of you go up there. Let's leave one Omni on each island just in case it gets hit by a particle or something. Come on, convert already. Okay, fall back from
repeater cannon.
Let the hammer do its job. Watch for the particle. Watch for the repeater cannon to run out of ammunition. It did. Unfortunately, I'm out of energy. Fortunately, I have a storm coming. While they're airborne, the repeater can target them, but while they're landed, it cannot. So I just needed to make sure they could hit the ground. Okay, we've got this other island. Let's rebuild the Omnistorm, and let's get ready to move on this last miniature island over here. I'd like to have the energy range before I do it, so all we're doing is setting up for now. And not forgetting to bring the discharger this time. Leave the destroyer up there in case I need the coverage. You guys can come join the fleet. Well, one of you just grabbed the energy node already? No? Okay. Because you're out of range. So apparently I can't grab this energy source, which is a pain, because it means I'm going to have to do this the slightly harder way. Because leapfrogging energy does have a throughput limit, assaulting like this can be problematic, because if there's too many particles, I will run out of power before I manage to finish this off. That energy mine being the way it is also means I don't have the power to power two of these.
Repeater cannon.
Move the energy range up a bit so I can Omnistorm the island and control it. Let's start redirecting the warfleet towards the middle. 3 doppel spawners, 3 emitters, and 1 stunner. Let's assault it from somewhere where I've actually got energy. Let's do it. Let's start already. These things don't feel amazingly threatening right now, he says as he charges in and attracts all their ire. In any ships? I'm not. Yeah, get in there. Everybody. At this point, we're going to have to abandon that, because I need the tankers. Take out these 2 doppel spawners. Well, the doppel spawner and the stunner. Just checking range on everything, making sure I still had energy range. This place looks a whole lot different once you start wiping the plasma out. So toast, take out the emitters. I think I'm starting to drift out of range. Nope, still in range. So there's a lot of stuff in the central core, and it looked really scary with all that plasma there, but really all it was doing was defending those doppel spawners and the stunner. The emitters themselves, a bit of a pushover for 3 of them. So I kept my ships much more in formation this mission than last mission, made sure to keep the armor and the heavy guns up front, made sure to keep the support vessels behind, and made sure to move them as a group, and that made all the difference. That energy node on the left side not working, that was a bit of a pain, but by that point in the map I had things pretty much nailed down. At least that wasn't the first island I assaulted.